Paris Saint-Germain's Argentine striker Lionel Messi will meet with representatives of Saudi Al-Hilal on May 1 to discuss his transfer to the club, journalist Rudy Galletti reports on Twitter, according to the source. The meeting between the parties will take place the day after the match with Lorient. The Saudi club wants to make Messi the highest-paid player in the history of football with a salary of about €400 million a year. The 35-year-old Messi's contract with PSG expires at the end of the current season. The Argentine joined the Paris club in the summer of 2021. Messi became the French champion with PSG. Before moving to the French Championship, the striker played for Barcelona in Spain for a long time. Bayern Munich striker Thomas Muller summed up the match of the 29th round of the Bundesliga, in which his team lost to Mainz with a score of 3-1. Of course, defeat is always a cruel disappointment for us and is perceived as an extreme discrepancy between expectations and reality. In the situation we are in, this is even more important. Today's game was absolutely flawed, including for me personally. Do previous failures affect the team? An interesting question. I can't say. We can assume a lot. Sky Sport Germany quotes Muller as saying. Barcelona's coaching staff, led by Xavi, included 15-year-old striker Lamine Yamal in the team's bid for the match of the 30th round of La Liga with Atletico Madrid. Everyone in Ziyech has a chance to play. Yamal can help us. Despite its young age, he has talent and many qualities. He trained with us, and I really liked him. That's why he was called. This is a player who can usher in a new era at the club. The Athletic quoted Xavi as saying, "The age of the Guinean forward is 15 years and 283 days. The young man is announced for the upcoming game at number 41. If he takes the field, he will become the youngest player ever to play for the club in La Liga." Yamal has been playing for Barca since he was 7 years old. In September 2022, Xavi invited a young football player to train with the main team. Now Yamal is playing with young men who are 3 years older than him. In 18 matches, he scored 8 goals and provided 8 assists. Aston Villa drew with Brentford, 1-1, in the match of the 32nd round of the English Premier League. Unai Emery became the first coach in the history of the tournament whose team scored a goal in each of the 19 championship matches after being appointed, Opta Sports reports. Emery took charge of Aston Villa in November 2022. In the first match under his leadership, the club beat Manchester United 3-1. Bayern Munich striker Sadio Mane scored for the first time in 6 months. This happened in the away game of the 29th round of the German Championship with Mainz, 1-3. Thus, the 13-match goalless streak of the Senegalese forward was interrupted. In the 30th minute, Mane put his team ahead, scoring from a pass to João Cancelo. In total, the Senegalese has 40 matches with the Munich club in all tournaments this season. In them, Mane scored 12 goals and 5 assists. The Senegalese footballer did not play from November to the end of February due to injury. Barcelona head coach Xavi spoke about the timing of the return of injured players to the ranks. "We are talking about striker Ousmane Dembele and defender Andreas Christensen. Dembele will be ready to play next week. Christensen has also almost recovered," Marca quoted Xavi as saying. 25-year-old Ousmane Dembele has not played since February 1, 2023, due to injury. The French striker missed 15 matches. This season, he has 8 goals and 7 assists in 28 meetings. The agreement between the parties expires in the summer of 2024. 27-year-old Christensen missed 12 matches for Barcelona due to injuries. He has scored an assist in 25 meetings. The head coach of Manchester City, Josep Guardiola, answered a question about the fear of Manchester United fans about the possible winning of 3 trophies by the citizens in the season. "Are the fans of MU afraid that we will take treble? We are neighbors. They should not be afraid. Neighbors are always friendly to each other," The Guardian quotes Guardiola as saying. On Saturday, April 22, Leicester beat Wolverhampton 2-1 on their own field in the match of the 32nd round of the English Championship. Thus, the team broke an unsuccessful streak of 9 matches without wins in the Premier League, 1 draw, 8 defeats. The last time Leicester won the English Championship was on February 11. Then in the home game, the Foxes defeated Tottenham 4-1. The decision to suspend Inter striker Romelu Lukaku for the second cup match with Juventus has been annulled by the president of the Italian Football Federation, the press service of the organization reports, in a statement. The federation said that Lukaku's behavior was motivated by the racist attitude of the fans of the Turin club. The cancellation of the disqualification of the Belgian striker is called a measure to combat all forms of racism. Recall that Lukaku converted a penalty in the 95th minute of the first semi-final match of the Italian Cup with Juventus and celebrated the goal by closing his eyes and plugging his ears with his fingers during the celebration. These actions were considered provocative by the referee, as a result of which he showed the Belgian a second yellow card in the match. Thus, Lukaku risked missing the second semi-final match with Torino. Manchester City beat Sheffield United 3-0 to reach the FA Cup final. Algerian Riyad Mahrez scored a hat-trick. Earlier in the tournament, the Citizens beat Chelsea 4-0, Arsenal 1-0, Bristol City 3-0, and Burnley 6-0. Manchester City became the first team since 1966 to reach the FA Cup final without conceding a single goal. In 1966, Everton scored a similar achievement. In the final of the competition, the Toffees beat Sheffield Wednesday, March 2. Real Madrid defender Antonio Rudiger has admitted that club president Florentino Perez wrote to him when he suffered a cruciate knee ligament injury. In 2016, I received a letter from Florentino Perez. This letter is still in front of my eyes. Then I said that one day I would move to Madrid. Perez wished me a speedy recovery. I couldn't believe it. I still have the letter. It is kept by my mother. Rudiger. At the beginning of the summer of 2016, Antonio Rudiger injured his knee in training at the location of the German national team and missed Euro 2016. In 2022, the German defender, who became the winner of the Europa League and Champions League with Chelsea, joined Real Madrid as a free agent. Manchester United defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka and midfielder Scott McTominay are close to leaving the team in the summer transfer window. This is reported by The Athletic. The sale of the 25-year-old Wan-Bissaka was personally approved by Manchester United head coach Erik ten Hag this season. The Englishman took part in 26 matches, scoring an assist. The agreement between the parties expires in 2024. The 26-year-old McTominay is a graduate of Manchester United. In 35 matches this season, he has scored 3 goals and an assist. The Scots' contract with the team runs until 2025. Newcastle wants to sign the midfielder, who is showing serious interest in him.